Hi, it's Adam with WebStarts.com. If it's your first time to the channel, I want to invite you to tap that subscribe button and enable notifications. That way you'll be the first to find out when I release a new video on how to create your very own free website, online store, blog, and a whole lot more. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to create a mobile version of your website. When you create a website, the way that it's displayed on a desktop version is probably going to be different than the way you want it to be displayed on a mobile device. And there are two main reasons why this is the case. The first is because the web browser that is on that mobile device, whether it be iPhone or Android, is different than the one that's going to be on your desktop computer. So that means that it's not going to do things like allow you to autoplay audio and video, because those things could be disruptive if somebody's, let's say, for example, in a private meeting and then they go to a website and they unexpectedly hear a video or a sound bite or music file play. The other thing to keep in mind with the mobile version of your website is that there's just a whole lot less screen space. And since there is less screen space, there's a good chance that you don't want to display all of the content that you have in your desktop view on your mobile view. And the content that you do choose to display, you're probably going to want to put or arrange in an order that's more sensible on that mobile device. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can take the desktop version of your website that you created in WebStarts and then convert it to a mobile version that looks great on a mobile phone. Now, do keep in mind, you don't have to create a mobile specific version of your website. Your desktop version will always show if you don't designate a mobile version. That desktop version will always show on a mobile phone when somebody enters your web address. So this is not required, but it's just something that you can do if you feel like you can present the content of your web pages in a more mobile friendly format. The WebStarts page editor is going to provide you with two different views. One of the views is for the website that you'll be displaying on desktop computers and laptops, and the other view is one for mobile devices like iPhone and Android. In order to toggle between the two, you'll simply load up the page editor like what you see here and then click on the mobile editor icon. You can see that you're in the mobile editor because the framework surrounding the contents of your web page are now formatted to fit within this mobile device frame. Something that's important to keep in mind when using this mobile page editor, you must toggle back to the desktop view in order to add a new element to your page. So for instance, if you wanted to add a new piece of text or image to your mobile view, you would have to toggle back to the desktop view, click on add, and then in this example, I'm going to choose this paragraph of text. You can drag it where you want it to appear, toggle back over to the mobile editor, and notice that the text isn't there, but we can find it under the hidden elements. All we need to do is select that icon from the left sidebar, click on the visibility icon, and then it appears. From there, we can drag and drop it and put it wherever we want it to appear. Another thing you can notice is that my text there is black. I want to make it white, and to do that, I once again need to toggle back to the desktop view. We do that just so that you don't have to maintain two totally different websites, because if all of the elements that were displayed or on your mobile version were available on both your mobile and desktop version, then you would just literally be creating two different versions of your website, and that could be overwhelming. Just like in the desktop page editor, in the mobile page editor, your website will have a header section and a footer section. The header is the section at the top of the page where you drag things like your business logo, your business name, and your menu so people can navigate around your website. When those elements are placed inside of the header, they appear at the top of the page on every page of your website. This provides a nice consistent look and feel both in the desktop version and the mobile version as well. Likewise, the footer can be found all the way at the bottom of your page, and if you click on it and highlight it in green, you'll see that section there. And just like the top, anything that you drag and drop into the footer section will be displayed at the bottom of each page of your website. In the middle, you'll find the main content section. We call that the body, and that's where you'll be working most of the time. Because there's limited screen space on a mobile device, it's common that you might want to hide an element specifically in the mobile view. So you want it to continue to appear in the desktop view because you have the screen real estate, but you don't want it to appear in the mobile version of your website. If that's the case, click to select the element and then just click the hide from mobile icon just like this. Now as soon as you hide it, you can go back over to hidden and see that that element is available for you to unhide just by clicking the eye icon once again. Just like in the desktop page editor, in the mobile page editor, when you select an element, you'll be able to resize it by using the handles. So here you can see that I'm expanding the height of this background image in the mobile page editor view. There may be times where you feel overwhelmed or you've just experimented far too much with your mobile page layout and you just kind of want to start over. And if that's the case, come over here to the sidebar and click on Hidden, and then notice this button labeled Reorder Layout. Clicking on that button will use some artificial intelligence that we've created into the mobile page editor to reorder the layout of your mobile view. So you can see when I click that, it kind of lays everything back out into a way that it thinks is sensible. Now, there's a good chance you're still going to want to tweak that layout so that it's in an order that you have taken a second. There's still a good chance that you're going to want to tweak that layout just because it's not going to know everything you know about the way that you want your pages displayed. On the sidebar under the design icon and under background, you'll find the ability to change the background color of your website. So for example, if I wanted to change that to blue, I just click on it from the color palette. I'm going to choose none for my background. You can also add a background image to the mobile view of your website. So for example, if I wanted to use the photo of this home, I could do that. And then I could choose to position that in various ways or remove it as well. Finally, before you're ready to make your mobile page view live, you'll need to click on the Manage icon on the left sidebar and then toggle the switch that says Display Mobile View. If you don't toggle this switch, what will happen is the desktop version of your website will be displayed when people visit your website from their mobile phone. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just simply that you won't be displaying this version that's designed specifically for mobile. They'll see the full version of your website just the same way they would on the desktop. It might lead to some of the buttons maybe being a little small for them to click on, or some of the text at times to be difficult to read just because it's so small, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with just showing the full desktop version of your website on a mobile device. Creating a mobile version for your page is really great if you have a few key points or a little bit of content that you really want people to take action on and do things like create a nice big button for them to click on and have a nice, easy to read, large text headline at the top of your page. Just like the desktop version of your website, you can save and publish the changes you make to the mobile version by clicking the save icon on the toolbar. If you're ready to view what your site looks like on a mobile device, you can do that by clicking View Site, and then it will open up the desktop version of your website when you're on a desktop computer. But simply by narrowing that desktop version to the screen size of a mobile device, it will begin to display the mobile version of your website. If you want to drag that back out, you can do that as well, and it'll return to the desktop version. If you were paying very close attention there, when I resized that image behind the text, you saw that I had white text sitting on a white background so it appeared invisible. This is a tip in case you lose track of your elements like that because they're the same color as the background. All you need to do is go up here to edit and click edit, select all, and then all of the elements on your page, whether you're in the desktop or mobile page editor, will be highlighted with that blue handles and the toolbar attached to each element. So some of the reasons people choose WebStarts over all of those other website builders and ways to create a website are the fact that we provide so many ways for you to drive traffic to your website, capture leads, sell products online, and ultimately grow your business using the web. And so some of the built-in features that people often use with WebStarts are a blog, because that's a great way to create content and get that content indexed amongst Google search results and ultimately drive traffic to your site, and also the ability to add an online store to your existing website. So in this section of the video, I'm going to be walking you through adding a blog and an online store to your website, and then optimizing those for a mobile view using the mobile page editor. So here you can see I'm back in the desktop editor, and over on the left sidebar, you'll notice that there's both a blog and a store icon. By clicking on those icons, you'll open up the Manage Blog, in this case, view, and that's where you can create new posts. So you add a title, you can put in your name as the author, you can type up a story, you can add images and videos to your blog posts as well. So I'm just going to put in some demo data. I'm just going to say this nice house is the name. You don't have to enter an author name, but I'm just going to do it just for the sake of this video. And then you would just type your text about, that your blog post is about. So whatever you want to tell the world would go there, and then you can also add your blogs to categories. I'm not going to do this for this demo. I'm just going to publish this blog to my website, so I have at least one blog post to show you while I'm working with the mobile version of the page editor. So now I'm going to go down to my blog page. I have two different pages that are under the blog app. You can see in the drop down. These are my blog pages. I have the blog, which is like the feed page where all of my blog posts will be listed. And then I have the post page, which is where the actual post itself will be displayed. And it's important to understand the relationship between those two. So most people will go to that blog page and then they'll click on a blog article that they want to read. And so you have the ability to create a specific look and feel for each of those pages. Now going over to my mobile editor, I click on the icon, and you can see as long as you click on manage and you have the display mobile view option toggled, you'll get a nice looking mobile version of your blog right out of the box. You won't have to do any dragging or dropping to get it to look the way that it should in or on a mobile device. And the store works the exact same way. I'm going to show you how to do that. What you do is you click on store, and then once you click on store, it just takes a minute, because what we're doing in the background is we're not only deploying your store to your website, but we're even giving you the ability to accept credit cards payments online using a service called WePay. You get an email from them, you confirm your account, enter your bank details, and that's how they know where to deposit your money when you create an online store. So here I'm in the manage store view. This is where you manage everything that has to do with the store that you're running on your website. You start by creating a product. I'm just going to create a test product very quickly just to show you the basics. And I'm not going to bother putting in a big description for this test product, or even really getting into all the different options of the store. That I'm saving for a different video. I've got plenty of videos on that, but I've created a product. I'm just going to show you what one product looks like. Once that product's created, just like with the blog pages, you have a separate subheading that says store pages, and then you can go to each page that's relevant to your store. So there's an account page where this is the view people see when they log into their store. So one of the nice features of WebStarts is when people make a purchase from you, they're able to save their shipping and billing information, so it's easy to make another purchase from you in the future. And you can edit the way that that page looks, and it's called the account page. You can edit the login page. That's just the page that you take people that come to your online store where they can sign up to create that account to save their billing and shipping information, and also where they can log in. And then you have your cart page, which is your cart view, and you have your product page, and then finally you have your store page. The product page is just the details of the specific product that they click on, and then the store page is kind of the catalog page where they have all the products that they display. And there's a lot of options that you can use with the store. Again, I'm not going to go through those in this video, but instead what I'm going to do is click on the mobile editor view and just show you how nicely your store will already be formatted, provided that once again you click on manage and you've enabled the display mobile view option here. And here, if you save your changes and you view your site, you can see exactly what your mobile store will look like on a mobile phone. So that's pretty good. I mean, there you can just click on that, and then people can place their order and check out online. It's super simple. And I do recommend adding that to your website. All right, in this video, you learned how to create a mobile version of your website that looks great on mobile devices. You also should have learned how to enable and disable that mobile view in case you want to display the full desktop version on mobile devices and don't want to worry about that version that's optimized with mobile with the bigger buttons and maybe just with the focus on the most important content. And you even learned how to add things like a blog and an online store to the mobile version of your website so you can create content very easily, and also so that you can sell products directly to people who have a mobile phone and are visiting your online store. Thank you so much again for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video and you found value in it, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and enable notifications. That way you'll be the first to find out when I release a new video, and you will also find out when I'll be popping in online where you can chat with me live or somebody from WebStarts.com. And I also do want to make that recommendation. Visit WebStarts.com, sign up, it's free, and you can do everything that I showed you in this video. See you next time.